You are not born virtuous. You don't just wake up one day with courage, wisdom, or self-control. But what if becoming a better person wasn't about rules or luck? What if it was a skill, something you could train like a muscle? Aristotle cracked the code centuries ago. Moral excellence isn't about extremes, but about balance. And the secret? Habit. Let's dive into how small, daily choices can turn you into the best version of yourself. Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics is basically the self-improvement guide. No gimmicks, no motivational posters, just cold, hard philosophy. His big idea? Virtue isn't about being a rule-following robot or going to extremes. It's about balance. Life isn't a game of always do this or never do that. Instead, Aristotle saw virtue as the sweet spot between two bad habits. Take courage, for example. Too little, and you're a coward. Too much, and you're that guy who wrestles alligators for fun. The goal? Find the middle ground. Just enough bravery to face real danger, but not enough to star in your own disaster documentary. And you don't just wake up with this wisdom, it's all about practice. Aristotle believed virtues are like muscles. The more you exercise them, the stronger they get. You don't become generous by reading about generosity. You become generous by actually giving. That's why he thought moral development was a lifelong grind, not a one-time epiphany. Fast forward to ancient Rome, and his ideas were still going strong. Thinkers like Cicero and Seneca took Aristotle's ethics and put their own spin on them. Cicero loved the idea of moderation, while the Stoics, well, they took self-control so seriously they'd probably meditate through an earthquake. But Aristotle's ideas weren't flawless. Some critics say his whole golden mean thing doesn't always work. Like, what's the middle ground between honesty and lying? Half-truths? And what about justice? Can you really have too much justice? Others argue he focused too much on personal character and not enough on the bigger picture. Because let's be real, sometimes it's not just about being a better person, it's about fixing the messed up systems we live in. Still, his philosophy has aged surprisingly well. In a world that loves to turn ethics into black and white decisions, Aristotle reminds us that life is messy and requires good judgment, not just hard rules. His approach is basically emotional intelligence before it was trendy, understanding how to act in different situations with the right balance of reason and feeling. And at the end of the day, his message is simple. Becoming a better person isn't magic. It's a habit. I'll leave you to discuss in the comments. Do you think Aristotle's golden mean is still a useful guide for modern ethics, or is it too vague? Support us by subscribing if you haven't already. Take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, and I'll catch you soon in another video.